welcome back to Flawed and Happy. Hello. We're going to roll right along. We are going straight into step 2. Step 2 is came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Did you even know you were insane? I sure as hell didn't. I didn't. So I come into the program. And at this point, if you're watching this and if you're even wondering whether or not you're an alcoholic, you're an addict, and you're like, what is she even talking about? What program, what meetings? There are so many different ways to get clean and sober. Whether you go to meetings, you don't go to meetings, that's completely your prerogative. This is just the way I did it. This is my own personal journey. This is my own experience, strength, and hope. This is the way I did it. So I come into the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I didn't realize I was an alcoholic. I didn't believe I was an alcoholic. I was 21 years old. I honestly believed that I deserved to be able to drink the way I drank. I did it on the weekends. I only drank at home periodically. I didn't think it was any big deal the way I drank at home. I was a homeowner. My bills were getting paid. I was a mother of 3. I had 3 kids by the time I was 21 years old. I just kind of honestly did not see a problem in my lifestyle until I lost my 16-year-old babysitter in a blackout. I left her at a party, and her mother was the one that brought my drinking to my attention. And I felt horrible about that. Absolutely horrible. So now the second step. The first step, being powerless over alcohol, I honestly didn't think I was. I really didn't. Step 1 took me it took me a very, very long time to be able to admit that I was powerless over alcohol. I did not want to be. I did not like the idea of living the rest of my life without alcohol, and that's the way I seen it for a very long time. I did not know how to live my life just one day at a time. I did not know how to just take my day and just focus on today in the here and the now, because that was all I had. I did not realize that I could just be right here. This is it. This is all I got. Right here. Right now. I didn't know how to do that. So many people tried to get me to do that, but I didn't know. Okay, so the second part, the unmanageability. I didn't realize my life had been unmanageable. I didn't think it was. I thought I was living life okay. So I thought. I'll get to that as we roll along here. So now we are at step 2. And came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. I did not know I was insane. I didn't know that. But here in just a very short order, it's going to be made perfectly clear to me that I am very much insane. Everything about the way I drank was very, very insane. As far as the power greater than me, I honestly did believe in a power greater than myself. I just honestly did not believe that power loved me. I was raised in such a way, and believe me when I say I do not blame anything about the way I am on my upbringing or on anybody in my life. I love my family. I honestly believe that a majority of my family did everything that they knew, and that was how they were raised. I was a byproduct of my upbringing, and it was simply just how we were when we were brought up. So I place no blame. However, at one point I did. But through the course of working these steps and discovering who I was, I had learned, and you will discover how I learned that, as I started working these steps and applying them to my everyday life, that I could not blame anybody for anything in my life. So as a result, yeah, I was very much insane when I got to the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, and it took me a very long time, but I did learn that my higher power most definitely did love me, very much so. And believe it or not, I eventually did learn that absolutely everything in life does happen for a reason, and something good does come out of every bad situation, you know, including the bad situations that happened to me in my upbringing as well. You know, some of those things that I used to look back on and say, you know what, if there truly is a God, then why did that happen? You know, so the second step is a step where no action is required. No action whatsoever. It's just merely one of those steps where you just sit back and you just need to just kind of stop and just think for a second. But don't overthink. Don't overthink. You know, came to believe. We came to believe. What are you going to believe in? What are you going to believe in? You don't have to think too hard about that. And you know, if you don't know what to believe in, it's okay. It's all right. You know, there's plenty of people that you can visit with. You can borrow somebody else's faith for the time being. If you don't even want to believe in faith, that's totally fine too. You know, you could pick an object. It doesn't matter. What about a favorite cup? What about a favorite cup? You know, just look at that favorite cup every morning. And what about that favorite beverage? I need some more creamer in that. You know, it doesn't need to be over extravagant. Really. It doesn't. It doesn't need to be complicated. Okay, so that's it. I mean, just came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And you know, the word ourselves itself means, once again, that is one of those words that tells you we do this together. You know, because this program is a program that teaches us to work together. Remember, in the first step, the very first step starts with the word we. You know, because this program is meant to be worked with others. We're not meant to do this alone. A majority of our lives, for us real alcoholics, us true alcoholics, we lived a majority of our life by ourselves. A majority of what we did on our own. It was our best intentions that got us here. All of our best ideas. We didn't have to go to a bunch of people and be like, hey, gosh, what do you think? Do you think I should go to the bar tonight? Hey, do you think I should go to the liquor store? I was thinking I should go to the liquor store. I was thinking I should get like maybe a case of beer. What about a gallon of vodka? Because I was thinking maybe I would have 3 vodka sours tonight. Oh, and 6 shots of Jose Cuervo because I really like Jose Cuervo. Lemon. I got to go to the grocery store. I'm going to get 6 lemons because I like to cut those lemons up. Oh, and then the salt. I need to, because I like to. Yeah, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, I just remembered. I got to get some rum too. We never did that. So, because we never took any guidance from anybody when it came to our drinking, like, we didn't contact people and was like, hey, what do you think of this? These thoughts and these ideas that we got about our drinking. No, you know what? A majority of us, we didn't even tell people. How many times did you come home and people were like, oh, I see you're out drinking again. No. And you are stumbling. I can remember one time I come home, I'm literally bouncing Like literally my hallway is here and I'm like a ping pong ball going down the hallway and pictures are falling off the wall. And my husband's like, "You're drunk." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And I'm boing, 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 boing. And pictures are falling. "How many drinks did you have?" "Just a couple." You know, he knew. He knew, but it was always just a couple. Always, always. Couple too many. Always just a couple too many. Always. So it was always my best intentions that got me to Alcoholics Anonymous. Always. Always my best intentions. So now that we're here, it's working with each other that is going to keep us here. It's the we. It's the ourselves in the second step. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves. You see, it's going to be the conversing with each other, the helping each other. That's going to give us the idea of what that power that is greater than ourselves, that could restore us to sanity. And isn't it amazing to know that we can be restored to sanity? Even if you don't even know that you're insane to begin with, because I didn't know I was insane. I had absolutely no idea. I just kind of thought that that's the way I was. I didn't know I was insane. I had no idea. I knew there was something wrong with me because when I was out in public, I definitely knew I wasn't like a lot of people. Like, I knew that from the get-go. I knew there was something wrong with me way back before I even started drinking. It was when I started drinking that I was like, ooh, I arrived. It was that magic that I put into me that was like, this is it. This is how I'm supposed to feel. Believe me, it was the alcohol that once and for all made me feel my absolute most normal. So, yeah, it was working the 12 steps that definitely, and being around other people, because believe it or not, even though I felt as though I was the only one out there in this great big world that felt like I did, so incredibly isolated and so alone, like I honestly felt like I was the only one that felt so different amongst everybody else. I can remember even growing up and in school, I felt so incredibly different from all of my classmates. I felt like I was not like the rest of them. I had a lot of friends in high school, but a lot of times I didn't want to go and do a lot of things that they were going off to do because I felt so different. And the only time I felt normal was once I started drinking. Once I put that magic in me. That's insane. So coming into Alcoholics Anonymous and stumbling upon step 2. And believe me, I stumbled into Alcoholics Anonymous. Literally. I stumbled upon step 1. And then I stumbled upon step 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And I'm fighting with the idea at this point of being an alcoholic. I was 21 years old, a mother of 3, with 2 fathers, paying for a house, paying for 2 vehicles, feeling as though I got the world at my fingertips. I'm 10 feet tall, I'm bulletproof, I know it all. I'm stubborn, I'm bullheaded. And now I got people telling me that I have a problem with alcohol. I am now insane. I need to have this relationship with a power that is greater than myself. And now my life is unmanageable. But at the same time, I'm also starting to feel as though there just might be a little bit of hope. Because deep down inside, in this corner, I'm feeling as though I might be able to start being a little bit honest that there was this darkness that was inside of me that kind of really didn't feel very comfortable. Being 10 feet tall and bulletproof was nothing but a facade. Because deep down inside, I had no self-worth. I had no self-esteem. We'll get into that. So we're going to end this video here. This is step 2. And we'll roll right along into step 3.